my lovelies. Today I'm going to discuss Rodan & Field's Lash Boost versus lash extensions. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to start with Lash Boost, and then we'll discuss the pros and cons of both Lash Boost and lash extensions. Okay, so Lash Boost is a serum that is made from Rodan & Fields. It comes in this beautiful little container, and in this container, it looks like a skinny silver mascara wand. Okay, so this is what you get in your box when you order Lash Boost, and so the process is, it's super easy to use. All you do is, before bedtime, you swipe it on. So this is what it looks like, and it's a serum, so it's like kind of like jelly, so you swipe it over your upper lid right before bed, and you don't have to worry about applying it to your lower lashes, because when you sleep it coats your lower lashes and it actually helps it grow as well. So yeah, it's super easy to use. I never experienced any tingling, any burning, and I don't think it's ever really gotten into my eye, but even when it was in there and it may have migrated, I haven't felt anything from here. And it's actually, there was 6 safety studies done by ophthalmologists, and they all approved of this product. So 6 tests is better than 1, and they've all been approved. And for me, I started noticing an improvement in the strength of my lashes in as early as 2 weeks. So whenever I would curl my eyelashes, I noticed that the curl would stay all day. Whereas before I started using this stuff, the curl did not stay all day. My poor sad lashes that I will post, the before and afters, but my poor sad lashes would kind of wilt by the end of the day. So by the time maybe after lunch around 1-2, I would see myself in the mirror of the bathroom, and my short little eyelashes would just be stick straight. There would be no curl. So at 2 weeks, I started seeing that my eyelashes were growing stronger, just because the curl would hold all day. When I would come home from work at 5-6 o'clock in the afternoon, I would see my lashes still, holding that curl with the mascara. Then about 4 weeks is when I started seeing the length. I started seeing my length, that they started growing. And then this is now week 9. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but I have pictures. Here, can you see? They're really long now. And I've never had long lashes before in my life. I was basically born with straight, very short, thin, I don't know if they're thin, but just straight, short eyelashes. I think they are very thin, actually. My mother and I have the same eyelashes, so I know where I got it from. And this is week 9, so I still have, 3 more weeks of growth to see, because they usually tell you about 12 weeks. You have 12 weeks of serum. They're good. This bottle is good for 3 months of daily use, nightly use. So you have a lot in here, because you're only just using a swipe a night, so it lasts a long time. I know some people, it lasts them even longer, because I think after week 10, they stopped using the serum every night because they're happy with their length. So they have more, it lasts longer. And this is actually good for your eyes. So the serum that they have, it's full of biotin, keratin, and peptides that the doctors, Rodan & Fields, created. So it's actually nourishing and moisturizing your lashes, and that's why they start to grow, because basically they're not breaking. They're not brittle, they're not breaking off and falling off. So they're nourishing your hair, and that's why it just keeps on growing and growing. So after, I've heard stories, so even after 12 weeks, if you just completely love it and you want to continue using the product every night, your lashes will continue to grow, because I've seen pictures. I'm at week 9, but I've seen ladies week 16, and it's absolutely nuts, their lashes. It's just like a jungle. Yeah, so the serum is completely safe. It just conditions, moisturizes your hair, and it just continues to grow. Okay, so now we're gonna get to lash extensions and what those things are. All right, so now I'm gonna discuss lash extensions, because I know $150 for this bottle may sound like a lot, because that was my kind of reservations about it. It's like $150 for this little thing. But I actually had friends that used it before, and then I saw their lashes, and I knew what their lashes looked like before, so that's basically what made me kind of jump on board. But I want to give you all the info. So, because I have friends that do lash extensions and they love it, but when you really think about it, $150 for 3 months, and it's your lashes, hello. So lash extensions, so I've gotten them done 4 or 5 times in my life. When I lived in New York, I've gotten them done like at this kind of like nail salon. This one lady worked there. Anyways, it was a deal. Like, she would do it for $100, and I was like, okay, sure, you know, juice these babies up. But I've also gotten them done at like lash bars or brow bars, whatever, and they're much more expensive. So they are beautiful. However, whenever I've gotten them, they've only lasted me about pushing like 3 weeks. Even as much as I took care of them, like would not even put anything on them, no oil, no water, no nothing, it would still pretty much last me only 3 weeks. Like, I would start seeing them breaking off. And then I would have pockets of bald spots, and then I would have to like get them refilled, which again would be like $100. So anyways, so lash extensions, so they have glue that they basically attach to your natural lashes, and then they're like basically like they become, you know, these beautiful like fairy lashes. Yeah, so they typically cost like at a lash bar, so I price pointed it in Austin. They typically cost $150 to $200. So based on that, for the classic synthetic, so there's all kinds of different lash extensions too out there. So there's like mink, and then there's volumizing, there's 70, you know, eyelash set, and then there's 90. I saw one that was just like 190. It's crazy. There's mink ones. I didn't even realize that you can attach mink fur or something to your eyelashes, because I guess those are like the most natural looking, so those are like, they run $300, $400. So the ones that I price pointed was just $200 classic synthetic, and that, I think that was like the 90 set. There's different sets, but the 90 set was just like the median. I felt like, yeah, if you're gonna go, not everyone's gonna get the glam set, you know, so classic. So it price point was, I checked a few Austin lash brow bars, and it was $200 for the classic, and then it was an $85 refill that they tell you to come back every 3 weeks. Okay, so with that price point, so $200 for classic, $85 for the refill. So $200 is like the very first time, right? So if you were to do that throughout the whole 1 year, so that's about 17 weeks, because the first set, you know, was the initial. 17 weeks times 85, I did all the math, hold on. It was $1,445 for a year of refills, plus the initial $200 would be $1,645. Okay, $1,645. And then that's not even adding on to those times that you probably want like a full reset of your eyelashes. So like every single time you're not going to just be refilling, you know, you're probably going to want a fresh new set once in a while. So that's not even including a fresh new set once in a while. That's strictly $200 for the first time, 17 times 85. It all comes out to be $1,645. And then I remembered tipping the ladies. So the lash artist that does your lashes, a lot of times, you know, because it's like doing your hair, you tip your, you know, your hairstylist, you tip your lash artist. It's the same thing. So that's not even including tip. That's just everything. And not even tax. I didn't even include tax. That's just completely what the website told me. And then, so the pros, so I don't want to like hate on the lash extensions because they are beautiful. However, your natural lashes growing or your adding fake eyelashes to your natural ones. Okay, so let's go with the pros for lash extensions. The pros that I think is lash extensions are good when you have like an event like that you are going to this weekend and you really want beautiful eyelashes and you don't have 12 weeks to see results. Okay, yeah, for sure. Get them hooked up. It is what other things? I mean, it's waterproof. You can go swimming. You know, like that's like a big thing. You get them there. And so the pros for Lash Boost are they're your real lashes. Okay, so you're basically nourishing and moisturizing your real lashes to this. And then you can use Lash Boost off and on. So after you've gotten to your length that you want your lashes to be, so I'm going to try and see what my 12 weeks are, and then after 12 weeks you can just basically do a maintenance. That's what they call it, maintenance, where you only use the product every other or every third night. So you do it every like 3 days that you put the serum on, because you don't necessarily want them to grow to like Jack on the Beanstalk, you know, you don't want them like crazy jungle, but you do want to keep it, so you just have to maintain it. That's what it's called. And the cons are it takes time, so it does take consistency. It does take a little while to see your results. Whereas the lash extensions, boom, you know, an hour later and you have this beautiful set of 90 lashes just all, you know, all ready for you. And then you got to think about the appointments, making the appointments, the time, tipping, if you don't see your lash artist. So that was my issue when I had lash extensions in New York. I went to this this particular, her name was Patty. I went to her, and when she was on vacation or when she wasn't working, I was screwed because she was only working there like 2 or 3 days out of the week. And if I couldn't get there on Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, I'd be screwed until the following week. And by then, most of my lashes were already gone. So then sometimes I do not, like, because if you only have 4 or 5 long lashes and then everything else is just short and straight, it looks crazy. So I remember trying to like put oil and baby oil to try and like probe them off, which is not cute either. So yeah, that was that's my rationale of me hopping on the Lash Boost wagon, because I actually saw a lot of friends of mine, because I am a Rodan and Fields consultant now after Lash Boost and after the skin regimens, but I saw their 6-8 week, you know, growth. And I've always had lash envy of all the girls with like banging ass eyelashes, because I've always had stick straight, tiny, microscopic lashes. So I've always had lash envy. So like just to wake up and see these bomb ass, I don't know if you can say it, but these bomb ass eyelashes is ridiculous. I keep on every time, like when I put mascara on, I tell my boyfriend, look, And he's like, oh yeah, or longer, cool. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was informational. Yeah, and like, to be honest, I feel like more pretty with longer eyelashes, and now I feel like I don't even have to do my matte makeup, you know? Like, if I have like pretty wispy fairy lashes, I feel like, why do I even need to wear makeup? Because like, look at me, look at these things. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Okay, thanks.